Whoa. All right, first of all, before I start, the reason why I show you guys this knife is because every time that I get a package, I'm always struggling to open the package. And so for the longest time, many years, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get me a knife that I can go ahead and use, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut open boxes. And I have had knives, box openers and things like that, or box cutters. But sometimes when I'm on the field, once in a while I need a knife. So I bought this one on Amazon, and it's actually pretty cool. I ordered a couple of them. The other one, it's a little bit more medieval looking one. I thought it'd be pretty cool. It's a little bit slimmer. Maybe I'll show you guys that next time I do the video. I should be getting that here next week sometime. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was tripods. Now, there's a lot of expensive tripods out there. There's a lot of great tripods out there that are $1,000 or more that are very good. I'm not gonna say anything bad about those things because I haven't field tested them, but I have seen them at the store. They seem pretty sturdy and, pretty smooth ball heads, etc. So there's a lot of convenience to that. But $1,000 plus another, $500 for the head, and sometimes that just breaks the bank. So today I'm going to share with you my two tripods that I use. Now I bought this one first, and then I bought this one second. And the reason why I bought two, you say, why the hell do you need two tripods? Well, when I started doing my blogs, I only have this one. So this was about 3 years ago, and I wasn't doing blogs to share with people, but I was doing blogs, and this has been my one and only tripod that has endured the time and the weather conditions, and it's been working pretty well for me. Now there's only one flaw that I will mention about this tripod. Now, number one, it's I don't want to say it's like heavy, but it is a little bit on the heavy side, and I don't mind that because I do need a tripod that is sturdy. And so even though this ball head, I don't like that it's not, when you loosen this up, I don't like that it's not really smooth when you do panel, but I'm not recording video, so that doesn't bother me. But what I do want is this tripod to be sturdy when I'm doing my landscape photos. I think it's very important that the wind is not just gonna knock this over. And it has enough weight on it, I think, to hold on its own. And at the bottom, like a lot of tripods, has a little hook over here that you can add weight bags or something like that. Some people like to use like a little tent, type of thing in here, and that helps them catch maybe a lens or something else that you want to put on there. I haven't found the need for that yet. So in the meantime, this is something that does come in handy, especially if you want to make sure your tripod is secure on the ground. Now, some tripods have this that you can unscrew, and then you can put the little pin so you can dig into the ground. I haven't found the need for that yet as well. But the one thing that I do like about this one is this tripod is only about 130 bucks. Well, it was 130 when I bought it. I believe it's going down a little bit. I'm not sure. I'll probably put the clip of that price on Amazon. But this leg right here, you can go ahead and unscrew it, and you can use it as a monopod. So if you're finding yourself, maybe doing a little bit of recording, that's what I would use it for. So you can extend it, right? It's actually, I don't know, I want to say, let's see, about maybe 4.5 feet long. And the reason why you would want to extend this monopod is so that you can put the lens down, and then you can go ahead and have a little bit more stability on it. I haven't used it as much for that reason, to record video with it. I actually use it as one of my trek poles at once. At one time, when I was up in the mountain, my knees were hurting, and you know, the weight on your back, your shoulder bag, even though it's not maybe 20, 25 pounds, it's not that much, I understand that, but after a while, it feels really heavy, and it can be a little burden. So this one helped me out more for support. But I mean, you know, it's a neat thing to have the option to be able to remove it and use it as a monopod when you need it. Now, the clips on this, let's start with the legs. So the clips on this, you just unsnap and then you pull. Now, yes, when I first got it, it was a little bit smoother, right? But I've taken this thing to the ocean, I mean to the beach, and you know, it's gotten wet, you know, with salt water, it's gotten wet with fresh water, and you know, they work well. You know, I have bought a tripod before, a cheap tripod, and it just didn't last, you know, it just really sucked. And what I do like about these things is, you know, okay, it's not perfect. But what I do like about these things is, like, when you do lock them, they're not moving. And it carries a nice little weight on it. Let me see if I find the specs for how much weight it can carry, I'll show you. But from my experience, I've never looked into how much it can carry. I just wanted a sturdy tripod, and look at this. It's nice and hard. You can adjust it right here with an Allen wrench if you wanted to, make it a little bit harder. And it does expand not high enough for me. I'm 6'1", and I don't like to crouch, you know, when I take pictures. I do it, but you know, you have to. And the reason why I mentioned that is because even though it has this part right here in the middle, and you can extend it with any tripod, I don't care what tripod you have, this is going to be more shaky, and it hasn't really given me much of a problem, but when it's windy, it can be. So I try not to extend this too much, maybe about half right there if I want a nice sturdiness from it, and that seems to work for me. And the other thing that I like is, now this will not go you know, completely flat. Let me see. I don't think I ever had to do a flat to the ground shot, but yeah, I guess it would. So I guess this would be the height, as low as you could go. And then you push this button right here, and you want it to clip on like that. So I guess it does lay it down flat if you needed to, right? But it's gonna be maybe about 1.5 feet off the ground, and you could, I guess, go down a little bit if you need to, but I would just use it flat like this if I needed to use it low to the ground, and I don't have to hold it, you know. I do have a flip screen on the M50, which is actually pretty nice. I love that. But yeah, that's the functionality of the legs, and for me, it works. It works very, very well. And now when it comes to the head, you can, if you want to, you can unscrew it and get a different head on it if you want to. For me, I find that this tripod head, it's okay. It's not the best, but you can unscrew it and you can put a different one in there. I think that this tripod for the price, it's very, very good. Nice and sturdy. I have put it in water, but not in strong rivers. I have put it inside creeks and things like that, and it's done well for me. So make sure it's nice and tight in there when you put it back. And then this one right here will just loosen or tighten your panel, and so you can go on a complete 360. This one right here will loosen up the ball head on the top, right, where you mount the camera. And the one thing I like is this one has a little bubble, right, a leveling bubble. I don't know if you can see that on there, right there. And that actually helps me if I want to make sure that my horizon's straight. There's some tricks that you can use with the tripod. Now, if you put a tripod in here like this, it's not always going to be on solid flat ground, right? Sometimes you have to get creative and extend one leg more, maybe open this one a little bit like that, and then just stretch it. And then what you want to do is make sure that this bubble is centered in the middle, regardless of, you know, if you put in one leg on a rock, one leg on a tree, one leg on the ground. What you want to make sure is that the distance, it makes the bubble nice and level in the center. Now, there has been times where I wasn't able to do that. And so the other option would be, and this one is not so great for panels because you're gonna have an unbalanced ball head. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, if the tripod, this is about as straight as I can get it, I can go ahead and loosen up this right here, and I can make it nice and straight like this, right? And you think, oh yeah, that's nice, perfect for a panel. Well, no, because when I turn this knob right here to go panel, the center is going to be tilted according to the level that the tripod is going to. So those are the things that you have to keep in mind when you're using a tripod. But there's a lot of ways that you can use it. So, oh yeah, I almost forgot. I finally got my rim light, so you can see it back here. So finally got my rim light, so I got some light in here. And of course, I'm recording with the M50 using my economical wireless lavalier microphones. And hopefully the sound is a lot better than it was before. Till next time, if you've been watching, hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. You guys be blessed. Take care. Peace.